beneath me, sustaining all life. Air around me, inspiring all life. Fire above me, infusing all life. Water within me, soothing all life. Bring deep peace to this sea.
You have no right to be here. Do you really think you can cleanse the great Cromlech with your filthy soul? Pathetic.
Who do you think you are? My soul will do just fine, arrogant wretch.
You'd know a thing or two about arrogance, wouldn't you, Dressed? I see you haven't changed one bit.
Knowing my name doesn't give you any right to claim familiarity with me.
Oh, I know more than just your name. After all, you once called me your little sprout. I was only a child when you left, but I remember you well. I remember the pain and sadness you caused. I even tried writing to you, begging you to come back, hoping it would make everything better. How stupid I was.
Iona? Is it really you? The gods. What have you done to yourself?
Me? What have I done to myself? No, this is all your fault. And you shouldn't put any faith in this one, unless you want to be stabbed in the back. It's just what he does. He ruins things. My life, my mother's life, for whom we're all just a means to an end. How on earth did you, of all people, escape the Charred Conclave? Why did it have to be you, you worthless traitor?
No matter what you think of me, I will not apologize for surviving.
You bloody well should. He killed my mother. He used her, stole her knowledge, and then made her into a showpiece for him and his druid friends to gossip about. And as if that weren't enough, he brought the Red Priests to our home.
That's nonsense. I would never.
Nonsense? And how do you think they found us? The druids wanted nothing to do with my mother until you came along. She was a Bandrui, one of the few women in history who completed the druidic rite of passage. But instead of being celebrated, she was vilified. The other druids detested her for merely existing. She led a very lonely life, until Drest came along. He was the first one to approach her as a fellow druid, curious about her achievements. Except that was also a damn lie.
It wasn't. I swear it wasn't. I just wanted to meet her.
Shut up! Stop lying! What difference does it make? My mother was special, and he was a nobody. The bastard pretended to love her, and then just left, discarded us both like we meant nothing. Mother was heartbroken, even more so when she found out that her beloved made a name for himself at her expense. When the Red Priests came, she didn't even put up a fight. I wanted to be like my mother, to stop feeling so helpless. But I failed the ritual. I was too angry, too desperate, and too focused on getting revenge on my so-called stepfather. It quickly overwhelmed me. I ended up like this.
Foolish girl. Your mother was exceptional. Just because you're her daughter doesn't mean you could succeed.
If only you were there so I could ask you. But you weren't, because you left us. Sadly, it does. But there's a different way to do it. I managed to salvage some of my mother's work about the rite of passage. She believed that a failed ritual could be completed with a human sacrifice. A life for a life.
Don't do this, Iona. It will ruin you. Please, you can't let her. There must be something else that can be done.
Oh, you care now. Pathetic. You can stop pretending, Drest. We both know it's not me you're worried about. You catch on quickly, don't you? Yes, I want justice for me, and for my mother. I want him to pay for his crimes. His measly life for mine. The life that he put in danger in the first place. It's a fair trade, isn't it? Fine. Then I'll do it myself. I need these stones drenched with blood. His or yours, it makes no difference. I will be free again.
Despite everything Iona told you, you still stood by me. Why? Most of it, yes. I am not proud of what I've done, but I never thought the consequences would be so dire. Sorsha, Iona's mother, was a marvel, a true rarity in our lifetime. Female druids are a fascinating subject, yet in most druidic circles, they were treated like nature's mistakes instead of our rightful sisters. I wanted to be different. I wanted to approach her like an equal, and maybe understand how she'd managed to become one of us. Sorsha was happy to finally meet a fellow druid who didn't look at her with disgust. She'd accumulated a vast amount of knowledge, and she shared it with me. Delighted to have someone to discuss things with. We grew close, became lovers. I even tried to be something of a father figure for Iona, although I always felt like she never fully trusted me. Clever girl, my little sprout. Because I realized I was growing complacent. A family, a house, a wee garden wasn't what I was meant for. I was supposed to be pursuing knowledge, proving to everyone how wrong they were about everything. And I couldn't face Sorsha and admit to it all. So I just left. As for what happened afterwards, I just wanted to share my discoveries with the others. But somehow it made Sorsha even less of a person in their eyes. No, I didn't. After the charred conclave, the world became a terrifying place. All I cared about was my own survival. I didn't even spare a thought for Sorsha and Iona. I don't want to talk about it anymore, please. A dryad. A phenomenon that occurs when a female candidate doesn't complete the rite of passage. As you saw, they are extremely powerful, yet they are cursed to remain more or less tied to the site of the ritual. I can't help but wonder if the solution Iona discovered would have worked as she claimed. It's not ideal, obviously, but it would still have been a breakthrough. But did it have to end like this? I'm sorry, but if you don't mind, I'd like to be left alone now.
goes there? Ah, that's all you've got. Regret this! Your gold belongs to us! What's that noise?
I'm so glad you decided to visit today. I've just learned some terribly distressing news, and I need to share them with someone. You see, I was going through the correspondence Duncan left behind, and imagine my shock when I discovered letters between him and my parents. It turns out my family was completely bankrupt when we married. Can you believe that? Though, I must admit, it has shed some light on a few aspects of my upbringing. Well, for one, have you ever encountered a noblewoman tasked with sewing her own garments? At the tender age of 12, my mother subtly steered me towards tailoring, positing it as a fitting pursuit for a lady of my station. I spent my time redesigning her old dresses, thinking it was just for fun. But now, I realize they probably couldn't afford new ones for me. That I do. And now I can confidently say that I deserve it. I'll be sure to put it to good use, no doubt about that. Why on earth should you be sorry? It's my parents who ought to feel remorse. And Duncan, for concealing the truth from me all these years. I spent my entire life believing my family was above such petty concerns as money, destined for something far more grand. And yet, there I was, sold to the highest bidder. But now I'm relieved you convinced me to stay in the South. It truly feels like a fresh start for me. Splendid! This piece is indeed intriguing. Although, I must confess, I was secretly hoping for something with a bit more flair. All my current designs feel tragically mundane, and I've nothing in the house I could use to adorn them. Well, I do have some pieces that are quite outdated, but they aren't really what I have in mind. Gold and gems are such obvious choices. I aspire for my designs to captivate, to stand out with more than mere opulence. Well, given that we're in the South, it may sound somewhat trite, but I have developed quite a fondness for marine-inspired motifs. I could start with some seashells, perhaps. Not too many, perhaps 12 or so. I'm not certain yet. I'll need to give it more thought. Surprisingly, no. I thought I would miss the parties, the bustling social scene, my family, but I don't, not really. Camelot was always so stifling. I hardly had a moment to myself. I feared the quiet and isolation here might unnerve me, yet it's been quite the contrary. Moreover, I found our conversations, albeit brief, to be far more sincere than years of superficial chatter with my so-called friends. Oh, trust me, I find plenty of excitement here. The creative kind, of course. Since, well, truth be told, I hardly ever leave the house. It's starting to feel rather stifling, but I haven't yet mustered the courage to go outside and explore.
You, here. She is there. You will take the power. You will hurry. Brock Miala. Home. Life. Life needs a home. We want to live. Brock. Consort. Traitor. Brock refused. The Queen's heart is broken. Every queen needs a consort. Consort, you. The Queen will love. We will all love.
My knight, protector, you are here. I have waited so long for you. This is my home. I need someone to bridge the gap between my home and the world. Someone to care for us. Our protector. There is one who betrayed me. Brock. Once he was my consort, my chosen, my protector. He was mine. I entrusted him with the hive, with me. And he fled, left me, abandoned his queen. Such betrayal is unforgivable. It weakens us, weakens me. Find him and silence his song. Do this, and I shall reward you. The hive shall reward you. Now go, end this discord. Then go forth into the world, and do not fear, my knight. My will shall always be with you.
Take a look at what I have for sale. There's no need to be ashamed of fear of the swarm. There are ways. Of course. Go ahead. Choose something. She's dragged you into her wretched scheme! And I thought you had more sense. Know this, though. I won't surrender without a fight.
You have returned. The threads you carry will bind our fate. Ah. So, the little stray who fled has been silenced. How pleasing. He thought himself free. A fool. There is no freedom beyond the hive. There is only loneliness, only weakness. But you have done well, my Knight Protector. But the hive's work is not yet complete. A foundation must be woven, strong and unyielding. The threads of creation must be gathered, and you shall help me. I am building a home, a sanctuary for my hive, but I require power. One day, we shall descend upon the world, and all will become part of the hive, part of me. Ethereal cobwebs are the very fabric of our home. Bring them to me, and you shall be rewarded many times over. It is what allowed my children and I to enter your world. Brock Mayala is the perfect place for our home. Cobwebs bind our worlds together, as we shall be bound once you fulfill your duty, my knight. It is the substance that binds the world. All worlds. It is the strongest and most precious tool we need. From it, we weave the world and our homes, which shall never fade. The world you come from will one day be ours. The hive will grow in strength and consume all who stand in our way. Bring me as many cobwebs as you can carry. Such is my will. Let me see the fruits of your labor. Ah, you've returned with the cobwebs. Impressive. As promised, here is your reward. Do not squander it. Leave this place, and remember who you serve.
just another peaceful moment.
Please, state your business. Well, well. The famous Bromar. No face and no life. That savage wiped out an entire unit of Camelot's infantry. But he couldn't take you down, huh? It's like the gods themselves made you for the job. Though I'm not sure which ones. In any case, you've certainly earned the gratitude of the capital. You are truly remarkable. I've never met anyone with such an insatiable thirst for blood. I almost wish there were more bounties left. But alas, you've handled them all. Please, take this as a token of Camelot's gratitude. And keep up the good work. I hope it brings you as much satisfaction as it does me. Did they resist? Oh, I hope they did. Go chop off some heads.
There goes another chance to join the guild. I really thought that scroll would be my way in. Instead, it just caused a mess I couldn't even clean up myself. Anyway, what happened back there? Oh, now that's just fantastic. Another discovery slipped right through my fingers. I guess I'm doomed to stay here, curing hangovers for the rest of my days. Maybe I'll finally be able to unwind a little. And there's still the mistletoe. I think it has a meaning, and I might be getting closer to grasping it. The Alchemists Guild, of course. Though it's more of a secret society than an actual guild. And I probably shouldn't be telling you this. But who cares? Taranis is probably right. I'm just not cut out for it. They'll never recruit me, so why bother trying? Apparently, I don't challenge myself enough. And maybe they're not wrong. The thing is, the keep isn't always like this. We're not trapped inside these walls all the time. Yes, you have to sacrifice things like having a family. But the other limitations, we create those ourselves. Just look at Marg, our hunter. Even now, he comes and goes as he pleases. What I'm trying to say is that maybe I should accept the truth. I prefer staying inside these walls. I wish I could be more, but I also need to feel safe. I've been in contact with the guild since my time in Camelot. They promised me that if someone ever came to the south, they'd reach out. Taranis showed up with the Dalriata, and I managed to meet him just before the captain ordered the lockdown. Let's just say he wasn't exactly impressed with anything I had to show. With the rest of the Dalriata? I'm not sure. He did mention coming here to hunt some creature, but I was too busy wallowing in self-pity to listen properly.
Attention, the better. Thanks, but I don't need the whole story on how you got them. Sounds about right. Pumpkins grow best in the weirdness. I just hope they'll take root here. You can go now. Come back when they sprout. I should stay up.
Seagulls still shit on our walls. They still fly over our heads. They still make normal life unbearable. Sometimes I can't sleep. I think about whether there's a quick way to solve this problem. And then I realize this is the bloody South. A bloody fortress by the sea. The problem is that this place exists. But I swore to serve it, to look after the horns of the South. And that goes hand in hand with hating those screeching bastards. When the fog isn't too thick, I sometimes see drowners crawling out of the water. And sometimes I can see a strange shape out on the sea, like a giant herring with a red eye. Too many monsters in this world, far too many. And some of them are above us. I'm guessing it's just the seagulls driving me insane. Flying rats. But still, I wouldn't recommend swimming too far away from the shore. You better not be slacking. Those gulls won't kill themselves.
Serve.
I should stay out of trouble.
I try not to, but I won't lie, sometimes I get bored out of my mind. That's the thing about this place. One day, you're patrolling outside the wall. You have to stay sharp, keep your... Then, the next day, they stick you on the wall. Like what? Crocheting? At least drinking and gambling with the old guard. You can't get too comfortable, you know? Oh, don't even get me started. Nowadays, it's always been dangerous. And we will be. Because there's nothing worse. Try not to...
Maybe the fish aren't all...
Something of mine remains here. Let's search a while longer. We shouldn't leave it behind.
Yes?
You really did. Of course, I still need to examine it thoroughly to confirm it belongs to a floor dweller, but it looks exactly like the diagrams. Here's your payment. You've earned it. Don't have a job for you right now. Check back with me in a while.
The Hive welcomes you. Have you brought what I require? Ah, you've returned with the cobwebs. Impressive. As promised, here is your reward. Do not squander it. Depart and let no obstacle stand in your way.
about the seashells. Thank you. You know, this might be the most humble gift I've ever received, but it could also be the most precious. Truthfully, I was somewhat skeptical of whether you were actually listening to my ramblings. And for that, I am deeply grateful. I've always had the impression that Duncan became rather weary of my endless babble. Though, upon reflection, I confess I found his conversations equally tiresome. I'm sorry to cut this visit short, but there is something I simply must attend to as soon as possible. But I'd really love it if you visited again soon. Oh, that sounds delightful. Just make sure it's somewhere picturesque, hmm? The South is supposed to be famous for its breathtaking landscapes. But so far, the only thing that's taken my breath away is the smell of fish. Oh, I know. When we came here with Duncan, I noticed a lovely little terrace overlooking the sea. We could go there, make it a proper outing. Maybe a picnic. That sounds charmingly provincial, doesn't it? Oh, I can't wait. Please, let me know when you're ready to set out.
I like it when things are quiet.
Stay quiet, stay safe. Less attention, the better.
Just another peaceful moment.
Absolutely. I've longed to leave these four walls. Oh, I'm terribly curious about where you have chosen to take me. Let's depart. I wish to waste no more time in waiting. This is quite an endearing spot, albeit rather windy, and the decor leaves much to be desired. I must confess that ghastly statue had entirely escaped my memory until now. Now, what shall we talk about? You know almost everything there is to know about me, and yet I hardly know anything about your life. Tell me, have you always been a mercenary? And you just agree? Oh, you poor dear. We must work on your confidence. Trust me, nobody says no quite like a Moray. Well, you do have a strong presence. An officer's role would have been a commendable pursuit. My grandfather, a legate in the Camelot army, always complained about the recruits being weaklings. Yet, I suspect he would have been rather satisfied with you. However, he was also very fond of yelling, and seldom entertained the opinions of others. If those are qualities every officer must possess, then permit me to express my relief at your alternate path. Insinuating that my grandfather failed in his duties? Well, you would be correct. He was dispatched to suppress a rebellion and vanished, never to return. Rumors swirled that he met his end at the hand of his own troops. It might have been nothing but hearsay, yet... well, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised. He was a terrifying man. Every time he visited, I would excuse myself to hide in my rooms. But look at us, drifting back to my favorite subject, me. Although I relish discussing myself, today is meant to be about you. But first, attempt... Now, I must admit, I've been positively aching with anticipation to delve into the tales of your exhilarating escapades. Your life appears so fabulously thrilling. So, do tell me, what's the most exciting thing that has happened to you recently? Oh, you flatterer. That's rather obvious, isn't it? No. Tell me about some of your real adventures, if you don't mind. Have you encountered any other captivating individuals? Oh, no. Don't tell me that ridiculous little legend the locals insist on sharing is actually true. I do adore a bit of folklore, but to actually believe it, unthinkable. Go on then, convince me. I simply must hear more. As a proper sea monster should be, nobody weaves grand tales about a monster smaller than a ship, do they? That would hardly have the same thrilling allure. Don't be coy, darling. You should know by now that I rarely do anything for which I have no patience or desire. Besides, the evenings here are indeed rather slow, so the prospect of your delightful company to enliven them is most welcome. Now, I've had a lovely time, but it's getting late, and I'd rather not be caught by nightfall on my way home. I do hope we can do this again sometime. Oh, you've arrived. Marvelous. I must confess, I've been eagerly awaiting your next visit. Today, I have crafted something quite special just for you. Here, behold my very first creation, expressly designed just for you. Well, yes, but not this one, my dear. This one is extraordinary, and not exactly fitting for the court, since, as you very well know, it was sewn together from rags. Nevertheless, I'm confident it will look splendid on you. Besides, I designed it to be practical as well as striking, so it should serve you well on your travels. What? No, of course not. Perish the thought. But I must confess I've grown rather fond of you. And I am not averse to the idea of exploring a more intimate connection. What? Certainly not. Don't be preposterous. Blushing is a pastime for the timid and unseasoned girls, not for a woman of my stature and breeding. Me blushing? The very thought. No. Well, I used to think living among the unwashed masses in the wilderness was beneath me. Yet here we are. I'm not sure if what I feel for you is love, but this time I'm not opposed to exploring the possibility. Then I'm relieved to hear that. Well, if you'll pardon my boldness, I would not be opposed to a kiss. And then, perhaps we could see where the evening leads us. Darling, I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed your company. I do hope you don't have to rush off just yet. Do you, dearest? How marvelous! In fact, I've been meaning to suggest something. I've thought about this for a while, and this mansion is rather grand for just one person. I don't know if you already have suitable lodgings, but, well, I'm offering you one now. Oh, think nothing of it. I'd simply love to have you around more. And together, we could make this place far more livable, don't you think? The interior is charming enough, but the outside, utterly dreadful. Yes, the view is divine, and the beach is pleasant, but we can't very well sit in the sand all day, can we? Oh, and imagine a garden. It would be so lovely to have fresh flowers in abundance. No need to worry, my dearest. I've already drawn up a list of all the improvements we could make. Oh, and it's going to be simply magnificent, I assure you. Is there anything more romantic than a proper garden? Imagine the blossoms in spring, the scent of fresh herbs wafting through the air. I did consider hiring a gardener, but no. It's time for me to sink my fingers into the fresh soil and bring forth the fruits of my own labor, just as village women have done for centuries. It can't be too hard, can it? If the peasants can manage it. The pond is certainly a choice. Well, to be honest, I'm rather used to more ornamental pieces. But this is nice as well. Very quaint, very rustic, fitting. I only hope nothing lays eggs in there. Ugh. Darling, the workshop is simply magnificent. My sanctuary, a place where inspiration can flourish, unburdened by clutter and inconvenience. Oh, just imagine the gowns, the embroidery, the masterpieces that will emerge from these very walls. I hope you're prepared, dearest, because soon everyone will be clamoring for even the smallest samples of my craft. Darling, I must admit, the work you've done around the house is tremendous. Dare I say, you've finally made it feel like home. And while I may have exuded cheer and enthusiasm, deep down I wasn't particularly excited about living in the South at first, you know. I simply wanted something different. But now, I suppose it's grown on me. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to have someone to share it with. Oh, there you are, my dear. I'm always glad to see you. Here, something to remember me by.
Where do you think you're going? It's closed. Find a different one. Not my problem. Now scram before I lose my patience. Oh, really? Lying to Dalrita? You've got guts, but no honor. Lucky for you, I'm always willing to give people a chance to earn it back. It's been a while since someone bested me. I guess I really have gotten rusty. Still, a win is a win. You can pass through. Just don't do anything stupid. Fran's berserkers have even less patience than I do. So, did you get what you needed from Vran, or are you sticking around? What's there to like? They only come to take. Our steel, our warriors. They never bring anything good in return. Aye, I do. It's home. Plus, it's too bloody warm here. The bugs are driving me mad. Felt like everything was falling apart back home. After Gunvalder was wiped out, nothing was the same. It felt like we were all just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Made me feel useless. And I hate feeling useless. Do I look like someone with a plan? I don't have one. Where they go, I follow. As long as I'm useful. Oh, weird place, this. Back in the Forlorn Swords, we didn't have many strangers wandering about. Maybe a pict or two every so often, but they're a different kind of strange. Guess I'll have to get used to it. See you around, I guess.
Why is everything always such a hassle?
Still doesn't tell me anything. First, he showed up here like a dimwit. Now you're walking around camp like it's nothing.
I look into your eyes and I don't know whether you're made of steel or you're just a fool. But you are here. And Maven didn't chop you to pieces with her axe. The runes seem to favor you, even though you're an outsider.
I guess that has to be enough, for now. It's still more than you should expect.
If you need something, talk to Vran. She's in charge. The woman. What of it? The Dalriata are not like those in Camelot. We don't make women wear frocks and sit at home. Our women have names. And if they have names, it means they earned them like all other Dalriata. Vran was chosen by One Eye, and One Eye doesn't make mistakes.
I don't need to tell you anything. Just wait and see for yourself. When the South is free from Arthur's dogs, as it should be. Go. Bring glory to your ancestors. Tharov will be waiting.
Oi, keep your hands where I can see them. You've got balls to come here, but one wrong move and you'll lose them. Yeah? I do. What are you doing here? Then you have a problem. Because the temple belongs to One Eye now, and he told us to sit out here on our arses and make sure no one goes inside. So, you're not going inside. But I really hope you'll try. At least I can warm myself up by chopping off your head. Seems like it. Go see Vran. She might just make you one of her berserkers. She'd fit right in with those madmen.
Careful. Legs snap easy. Well. I never thought I'd see Maven flat on her back. Especially no by the hand of an outsider. Now, what business do you have that's so important? You don't strike me as a godly sort of person. But I must be wrong if you're willing to risk your life just to visit some old ruin. Go ahead. It's just up the stairs. And past all my berserkers. Fair warning, though. They're no a very talkative lot. I'm no sure yet. First, I need to see if you're really as determined as you claim. I'm not about to share our secrets with somebody that's only half committed. I've got a potion from Therov, made for my warriors. He claims his alchemy is better than what the Volker tribe has known for generations. The thing is, I don't fully trust his brews, so I need somebody else to test this one for me. It's supposed to enhance my warriors' abilities. In the long run, it could be useful, but my berserkers are already few and far between. I can't risk my men just to prove Therov's point. That's for you to find out, isn't it? Here, drink up. So, how are you feeling? What the hell? Damn it, Therov. I wasn't expecting this, not gonna lie. I don't know what you're trying to say. Just come sit by the fire with me. It should wear off soon. Feeling better now? Try saying something. Exactly why I've always told Therov he's full of shit. He's chasing the impossible. I knew it wouldn't work, but at least the potion wasn't dangerous. I wasn't expecting you to just go along with it. No Volker would accept a potion like that from an outsider. You're really determined to enter the temple, aren't you? No. I can see you're reckless, but I still don't know if I can trust you. Lucky for you, there's a rather delicate matter that needs handling. Turns out, I need some help for somebody who's no Del Rita. One Eye wants to make nice with the keepers, though if you ask me, no level in their precious pile of rocks to the ground is nice enough already. But he says that's no enough. He's looking to make a gesture of goodwill. Show them we're not here to conquer but to forge an alliance against a common enemy. And he's put me in charge of picking out a gift to send to the Horns of the South. Camelot, of course. Who else is there? Acting like a damn plague in this island. Everything they touch turns to ash. It's a touch that rots and spreads, corroding everything from within. The land, the people, nothing is safe. The sooner they're gone, the better for everybody. Aye, I've got one. I sent some of my men to hunt down bandits and told them to collect an ear from each one they killed. I thought of Ugwi make them into a necklace, but apparently, stringing ears on a wire is beneath his pride as an Ulfrite smith. Think you could help me put it together and deliver it to the Horns of the South? I know your lot thinks we're savages, but just so you know, it's no a tradition with us either. How else would they know we've been helping? The keepers probably wouldn't notice fewer bandits. They barely leave their walls. If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. I could have Ugwi forge an axe, but he doesn't see much difference between the Southerners and the Camlosians. No that I blame him. I can't either. I just take One Eye's word that it exists. But I don't trust Ugwi not to somehow make it insulting. As for my people, the Volker stripped themselves of any meaning a long time ago. The only thing we have left is the Berserker potion. But that's too precious to just hand over. That'll tell me what kind of man he is. If he thinks we're so dishonourable, I don't see a peaceful coexistence in our future. Maybe that vial would be worth the risk. What? You want the entire fortress to start quacking now? You know what happens when he's left unchecked. No. Thereof's no an option. Besides, don't the folks of Camelot hate the kind of magic he practices? You, of all people, should know I am. It's no his skill, I doubt. It's his commitment. Though maybe I'm wrong. We're all supposed to be united under One Eye's banner, aren't we? Fine. Why don't you talk to Ugwi? Tell him what needs to be done. You know better than I do what gift the Keepers will appreciate most.
Our leader, and soon the leader of all the Dariata. He doesn't piss about trying to make deals with Camelot. He fights for what we're owed with fire and iron.
He will unite all the tribes, and then we'll march on the capital.
Right now, most of them have their heads stuck up their own arses. Even Ulfar, my own clan. It's sad to watch how they stay in their honor, but eventually they'll wake up. There's no other way. It'd be best if Darvhanr backed One Eye. Then most of the Daliata would follow. The leader of the Stone Wardens. Do you know anything about the tribes? Mater, bless me, for I will sin. Yes, the Stone Wardens. Masters of working with weird stone and weird steel. The toughest materials on the damn island. As you can guess, I'm one of them. Or at least, I was until I started following One Eye. You'll find Doriata from all clans there, though most of them are Ulfrites, of course. A stray from outside the tribes wants to join the elite Daliata Brotherhood. I'll be shitting diamonds before that happens. You've got to know how to work with ancient magical materials, and the only ones who can teach you are the Daliata Master Craftsmen. And to even get that far, you need to become a friend of the tribes, which means doing things that would make any Riata jealous. But hey, if you manage it, I'll forge you a nice brooch so you can visit Darvhanr without getting an axe lodged in your arse. Do you have any idea how weird stone and weird steel are shaped? You've got to strike the stone or metal in a way that makes them sing a special song they've remembered for centuries. Learning that takes years, and it's one of the most respected Daliata traditions. But hey, if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. Who knows? Maybe you'll pull it off. Matter, old me, because I'm about to lose it. You want to try? Fine. Here's the guide, a piece of weird stone. Go ahead, try to sing a simple relic out of it.
Restless.
You handled Maven well. Was a sight to see. Shame my brother didn't catch it. But since you're here, it's only polite to introduce myself. Welcome to the camp. I am Sobder of the Sveen tribe. hunter, and cook. That poor soul, over by the rocks, doesn't really respond to anyone anymore. His name's Grail. Not long ago, he was a strong warrior. But now, it pains me to even look at him. I asked Theron, our mage, if there's any way to help him. But he insists there's nothing to be done. Nobody really knows. He went out hunting one day. Came back empty-handed and out of his mind. I mean, he walks around, mutters to himself. But it's not like he's really there. Theron claims there isn't. But I think he's hiding something. There's got to be a way. I doubt Grail's the only one who's ever suffered like this. And if anyone would know about curing magic, it's the Hude. I don't know why Theron won't talk. Maybe he doesn't like us. But where are my manners? I shouldn't bother you with my personal problems. Theron can make sparkles. No one else in the camp can do that. I saw Theron's magic once. He used it to kill a man during a raid. Poof! There wasn't much left of him. Just a little bit of barbecued meat. Theron once talked about a whisper in the dark. He said he wanted to follow the voice and kill it. Sounds like it could be a decent fight.
Getting restless.
The Stone Wardens bring together master craftsmen who are respected by everyone. Well, except for a few Thewed mongrels. If they back one eye, convincing the rest would be a lot easier. She wants me to do what now? And here I thought she was the one Volker who hadn't lost her damn mind. Bloody hell, this whole camp's gone mad, I swear. Must be something in the air around here. Fine, but I don't have the time or the materials right now. Here, take these instructions and forge the damn axe yourself. When it's done, bring it to me. I'll add the, final touches.
Nothing ever happens. Grodair walks in another world. His body is here, but his mind is lost. To Dalriata, madness is the worst fate we can face. Therov prefers not to imagine where Grodair's mind wanders. Therov prefers not to look at the lost brother. Therov pities them both. Therov hails from the Theod tribe, while the brothers are Svein. Therov prefers not to interfere in Svein matters, out of respect for their independence. Aye, there is wisdom in that, Wanderer. And it's true, Therov may have a solution that could help, but no Dalriata would take on this task. All signs suggest that Grodair is slipping into madness, and though we are brave people, every man's madness is different. When you don't know what you're going to fight, you don't know how to fight. And if you don't know how to fight, you can't be sure you'll win. That's why no Dalriata can help Grodair. Sobdair would like to help, but he's a simple soul and doesn't understand the deadly danger he might face. Truly, a wanderer willing to help a stranger from the tribes. That's honorable of you. Therov is willing to share his knowledge. Give this potion to Grodair and hold his hand. It should give you access to his soul. With a bit of luck, you'll find Grodair there himself. And maybe you'll be able to convince him to come back. Either way, Therov offers you his highest respect. What you're attempting is brave indeed. Good luck, Wanderer. May Mayfair's grace guard your mind.
Happening to me. It's so strong. Sobder. I hear him calling me, but I can't answer him. Help me, brother. It's all so hazy, so dark. I was chasing a deer, but it ran too far. And night caught up with me. I didn't have the tools to start a fire, and the weariness came for me. Then just darkness. Darkness and voices. I tried to speak, but I couldn't. I tried to take Sobdar's challenge to free myself, but something wouldn't let me. I felt anger tearing me apart from the inside, and then your face appeared. Thank you.
could use some action.
Well, if it isn't my personal savior, sit down, friend. Better, that's for sure. Thanks to you, I can finally get back to normal. You don't know how much I missed sitting around the fire with my little brother, eating his legendary venison stew. Nothing better. A tear in the weirdness. I'm sure of it now. I spoke with Derov, described what I saw and felt, and he told me it was the weirdness. Either way, I never want to go back there. Made a deal with Sobdar. If I ever start losing it again, he'll split my skull and forget all about our traditions. And being the good little brother he is, I know he'll do it. I'm gonna sit here until my strength comes back. Then I'll do whatever One Eye orders me to do. Speaking of loyalty and good deeds, here, take this talisman as a sign of our friendship. It's fine steel and weird deer antler. If you're ever in our lands, my people will know it and welcome you. It does. Each of us makes our own talisman on the day we're given a name. So from today, you might as well call yourself Groder. May the weirdness never swallow you. I don't recommend it.
Why is everything always such a hassle?
I don't know how to thank you. You didn't have to do this, but you took the risk. Praise Mather! Thanks to you, Groder will soon be back to his old self.
Someone's bound to... The Wanderer saved Groder. Therov is proud. He'll be fine. He's back with us, safe. He'll recover soon. And if not, at least he'll be aware if someone challenges him to a duel. We'll give him a good death. You don't have to understand. You're not Dalriata. Some would rather die standing than live on their knees. Unlike the folk of Camelot, for instance.
Go. Bring glory to your ancestors. Therov will be waiting.
Sometimes it's nice to just... sit and think.
Well, she's Volker. And that's it. The whole tribe used to think they were Mater's gift to Avalon. Now they just look for new battles to die in. Great warriors, but who knows what goes on in their heads? No, he's a bloody thoid. I'd say I trust those magic users as far as I can throw them, but I can throw people pretty damn far. He's a fellow Ulfrate and one of the best smiths I know. Can't say a bad word about him. The three of us, we spar sometimes. Me, him, and Ragne. Why are you asking me? You're the one who helped him. And I'm glad you did. It's nice to see Sub there smiling again. Plus, his cooking tastes much better. See you around, I guess.
Nothing ever happened.
Damn. How did you do that? Did someone teach you how to shape Weirdstone? Oh, or do you have Four-Dweller blood in you or something? I mean, sure, the craftsmanship is rough and there's a lot that could be improved, but damn. I've got to admit, I didn't expect you to pull it off. Didn't think it was possible without learning the Dalariata rituals. If you really want to join the Stone Wardens, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is that even though I could recommend you, since I joined up with One Eye, my word means jack shite to the Stone Wardens. You'd need to find someone in the Forlorn Swords who can teach you more about the Four-Dweller song. Unless you head north to Quanach and find Quor. Talk to him. Mention my name. He should help you get in with the Stone Wardens and reach Darvana. No, most of them would tell you to piss off and never talk to you again. So you'd better appreciate my damn kindness. Not everyone in the tribes knows how, but yeah, most of the people who know the songs of the Four-Dwellers are probably Dalariata. Why? Hell, we've been living in these mountains for centuries, and we've learned how to work with every other damn stone or metal. The Thuds will tell you it's because they connected with some ancient magic of those materials, or other some nonsense. But that's total rubbish. I bet it was the Ulfrites who first figured it out. Just kept hammering at that damn weird steel until they finally made it work. A friend. And probably a better blacksmith and stonemason than I am. But if you tell him I said that, I'll rip your tongue out. He didn't join up with One Eye because he's never cared about anything but his craft. But that's why he's still at the Stone Wardens and can help you get in. It's odd that someone from the Volker is running the camp, since they're not exactly known for clear thinking. Most of them are lunatics who charge at the enemy with bare hands, if not bare asses. But she's got a good head on her shoulders, and she's way better than any food. Tension, you say? Nah, he just pisses me off. But that's true for every food, so he better not think he's special. You bet we do. Magic is cowardly crap. Any Ophrite will tell you that. Use iron like a real person. Don't wave your hands around and wail like a dying goat. And you can't trust the Thoods. They're like vipers you fed from your own bosom, and that hasn't changed in centuries. It's not even worth talking about. Damn them. Not too shabby. Almost ashamed to give it away. Just wait here a moment. Now it's ready. A fitting gift for the keepers of the South. And stop eyeing me like that. I gave my word. I'm not about to tarnish my tribe's name with poor craftsmanship. Now, scram.
Could use some action.
An axe? And you're sure they haven't just declared war on their behalf? It looks solid enough. Good craftsmanship, I'll give them that. And what's this? An inscription? Do you know what it says? Huh. I wasn't aware they even understood that concept. I'll accept it, but cautiously. It seems like a nice gesture, but I just can't bring myself to fully trust it. You've done your part in proving your worth. All right, you deserve the truth. You won't find the captain at the Horns of the South. He ordered us to lock down the keep, and then he disappeared. I have my suspicions about where he might be, but I can't say for sure. And frankly, I hope I'm wrong. I don't like your tone, my friend. But all right. I suspect he's at the All-Mother's Temple. But I will warn you. If he's not dead already, I'm pretty sure you'll be if you decide to go there. That's where the Dalriada tribes are holed up, and they're not known for their kindness. And if you do find the captain, tell him to return to the Horns of the South as soon as possible. Galahad the Pure is already on his way, and he won't be pleased to find a bunch of keepers hiding behind the walls without their commander. We'll all face consequences if that happens.
word or something?
Don't trust Cam Days. Shit! Did you already give them Ugwi's axe? I just caught that idiot bragging about he'd decided to add an inscription. Apparently it says Blade of the Cowardly Dog. Damn it! This is why I can't trust any of them. Well, what's done is done. We'll just have to make sure the quartermaster never finds out what it means. You head to the temple. I need to figure out what to tell One Eye.
Need to make a plan. Camelot will soon figure out something's not right.
Don't fret. To the Dolriada, honor matters more than life itself. We gave you our word.
But do you realize that taking this temple was a terrible idea, right? It's just gonna speed up Camelot's intervention.
Taking the temple was inevitable.
Why? What do you mean? Are you trying to provoke Camelot into invading? Or you just not like the Old Mother?
We believe in the same goddess, but we call her Mera.
Well, that doesn't answer my question. What do you want? You don't look like you're from the tribes. How did you even get here?
Whoever he is, I cannot say he lacks courage. We don't usually take visitors, so he must have found a way to get here. Well, that seems to be a matter for the Horns of the South. I do not need to be involved. I trust you to know what should be shared, and what's best kept to yourself.
I don't know what kind of madness brought you here, flashing that pin, but my friend's right. You've got courage. So, tell me, who are you, and what do you need from me? Conspiring? Don't be absurd. That's such a poor word for something so beneficial. I don't see, however, why I need to explain myself to a stranger. And not a very sharp one at that. If you're wondering why the commander of the largest garrison in the south would want to make a deal with the most powerful military force since the Age of Legend. Ha! Good luck with that. Only King Arthur can wield Excalibur. Every fool on Avalon knows that. Caradoc. Well, that changes things. I had a feeling that pin you're waving around was his. Fine, yes. Every new captain gets a set of secrets passed down from his predecessor. And yes, one of those secrets is how to touch Excalibur and survive. But nothing in life is free, you know that. Do something for me, and I might consider sharing our greatest secret with you. Galahad the Pure is breathing down my neck, and I hate it when someone's breathing down my neck. Even worse, One Eye's men say he's already set up camp at our old stronghold in the west. Oh, he's got a lot on his conscience. He leaves a trail of fire and ruins everywhere he goes. He keeps preaching that fire purifies all. Galahad doesn't bother with politics, because he doesn't have to. But from what I've heard, even Camelot's getting tired of him. Sometimes you've got to talk to people. No need to chase after them with a torch. You'll see soon enough how fanatical he is. Galahad's the last thing the Horns of the South need right now. Well, in theory, the Horns of the South should be on an equal footing with the Round Table, but that's just theory. In reality, they treat us like we're beneath them. They demand we supply them with food and protect the South, and all we get in return are threats that Galahad will be sent to put us in our place. I met him once, you know. He's no knight. He's a butcher. Bloody windfucker will fly from Camelot to the Horns just to hang half the garrison for whatever he himself will perceive as disobedience or treason. And I can assure you, there won't be any investigating when he arrives. Don't tell me you're that naive. Do you know how he earned the title The Pure? It's because he somehow got it into his thick skull that evil is everywhere, and the best way to deal with it is to burn it all away. So he goes round setting everything on fire. Sure, it's pure after that, because there's nothing left. Well, except for the charred corpses. But nobody in Camelot seems to care about those. My arse is purer than this guy, even after I take a huge dump. Galahad needs to die, obviously. That'll solve most of our problems. We'll just say he had an unfortunate accident, you know, fell on a pitchfork or something, and sweep it under the rug. By then, we can continue our talks with the tribes, and by the time anyone from Camelot decides to act, it'll be too late. Well, in theory, the Horns of the South should be on an equal footing with the Round Table, but that's just theory. In reality, they've been trying to suppress us. And the fact they're funding most of our operations, like building the new lighthouse, for instance, doesn't exactly help things. I don't see any way out of this that doesn't end in open war between Camelot and the tribes. Not to mention, half of my men will probably end up burned at the stake for treason or some other drummed-up charges. And I can't openly risk a coup. That would only make matters even more complicated. So, as you can see, you're the only one who can do this. The choice is yours. What's wrong with that? It's him or us. If we let him snoop around here any longer, he's going to uncover our plan to protect the South. And if that happens, trust me, you'll be going down with me. Yes, it's that simple. Just flash that pin to his guards. They'll let you in without a problem. And now, excuse me, I have things to do before the matter is settled.
must really like it here, huh? It's strange. I've spent most of my life barely seeing anybody who was an evoker, let alone anybody outside Del Rida. And I definitely haven't met many people willing to come up and chatter endlessly at me. Aye, you've proven that for sure. Because he has a goal that's worth fighting for, and he plans to achieve it. After living in a tribe with no direction, no ambition. It's refreshing. I'm not here to seek an honourable death. I want a better life, one with real meaning. Otherwise, I'll be no better than the rest of my kin. Why? My tribe is lost. They've been stumbling around in the dark for years. I tried to push them, to remind them of our pride, to make something out of them again. But when even my own sister turned her back on me, I gave up. One Eye's campaign felt like a gift by Mither. First one since I was born. Aye, an older one. I thought she'd help me bring the Volker back to what we used to be. But she turned out just like the rest of them. She only cared about her books, no the tribe. We fought about it so much. Until I finally told her to leave. And she just did. Never even looked back. My tribe believes Mither has abandoned us. That we deserve it. Maybe they're right. But I don't think the answer is just to give up and wait for death. We need to prove that we're worthy of being her wains again. And I believe the best way to do that is by breaking Camelot's grip on Avalon. Stay out of trouble.
Getting ready. Go. Bring.
See you around.